Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, I figured I would show you around my master penthouse, give you a tour, and also take a look at my casino penthouse garage as well. So since it's been a couple of weeks, I've had some time to design and put up all the decorations that I've wanted to so far, and I've also completely filled up my 10-car penthouse garage. So for the most part, everyone's casino penthouse is roughly going to look the same. You can see all the options that I've got here. I have every single room from the lounge all the way to the garage at the very end. You can also see the color palette I have. I have chosen Sharp over the other two, which is Timeless and Vibrant. And I've also gone with the Art Deco pattern as compared to any of the other ones. I don't know, I kind of like that it was in the shape of a diamond because that kind of fit the theme of, the entire update and the name of the casino, so that's what I went for. So because of that, I'm not necessarily going to be focusing on the specific rooms because by now everyone knows what's there, but I want to focus on the decorations and the designs that I've put up so far. And of course, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, their own design style. There's no right or wrong way to go about doing things, but I'm going to share how my penthouse is shaped out since about 2 or 3 weeks since the update has arrived. And I'll try to explain my thinking and my logic with the decorations as well. So let's begin in the master bedroom. In the master bedroom, I only have one set of artwork on the wall. It's the Jack Howitzer photos or movie posters. I've always been a big fan of Vice City, and he was a fun character in that. And I also felt like those artwork sort of filled up the wall nicely. So we've got those 3 right there. Now, the only other thing I have in here is on this little desk over here. It's this watch case. I figured since it's located like right next to my closet in the bathroom, kind of makes sense when you're getting ready, getting dressed, you'd put on a watch. So that's what I decided to put right there. As far as outside in this main living room, the only thing I have is a stack of books. I actually do sort of like utilizing the free decorations that you can put. Some of them do look pretty good. I still don't have any items on that shelf over there. You'll see where a lot of them are located so far. I'm also waiting for a lot of the action figures and collectibles to ultimately be released. The next decoration I have is in the personal bar area. I've got like this marble horse. And the reason I put this up is because take a look at like the beverages in front. Like all of them have a horse logo on there. That Richard whiskey and the Bourgeois or whatever it's called. They all have a horse on the front. So I was like, okay, let's just put a big horse next to it. That sort of makes sense. So that's the design that I've got going on right there. Let's make our way to the entrance hall. I've got a couple of plants in the corners. I've also got this white dog right here. I put this guy in this location because every time I would go to my master bedroom, I would sort of have to see him and greet him. So it was kind of cool. And then I've just got some roses, some white roses next to where the phone is, where I call Tom Connors and whatnot. So that's the entrance hall right there. The spare bedroom, I really haven't done much. The only thing I've done is put this like statue of a pigeon on this main table. And the reason I did that is because this table is right next to a giant window. So when you walk in for the first time, it almost looks like there's a bird that flew in. I don't know. That was just kind of the design that I was going for right there. So that's the spare bedroom. I also didn't want to put a lot of stuff up here because it's meant for friends and I didn't want to impede on their design. Now, moving on to the main entrance hall, a lot of people like to put stuff in this center spot right here. But I find that it's kind of obnoxious to have to walk through or around it. So I actually keep this little circle clear. The only thing I've got going on here are some paintings that lead to the roof terrace. So all 4 of these paintings are like the same size and for the most part, same design. They're just in a different color. So I felt like it was kind of nice cascading up and down the stairs to get some color going on right there. As we enter into the lounge on the left, this is where I have a lot of my collectibles. So on the top shelf, I wanted to put everything that was in sort of a case. So you can see there's like a game console, a signed football, a microphone, and a gun. And there's like a vintage video game console in the center. And on the second shelf, I've got a gold Statue of Happiness, a gold Diamond Casino and Resort, the Hermes, and then like a platinum casino and then a platinum statue. And on the bottom, I don't know what those things are. They're like shells. And then I've got this like stone basketball in the center. So just a nice little shelf full of stuff right there. They're all spread out pretty nicely too, which I think looks pretty good. Now, moving on to the next part of the lounge, we've got this like office conference room. I've put these 3 paintings up on the wall. They're all from the same designer. I didn't really think to, figure out what the names were. I'm sure you guys can look at the photos and look them up for yourself, but they're all the same size, all the sort of same style, so I put them on that wall right there. They also had sort of like a businessy executive feel to them, so that's why I put them in here. Now, moving on to the office before we get into the rest of the lounge, I'm a big sports fan, so I wanted to put the 2 so far sports jerseys in the office. We've got the Panic jersey there, and we've also got the Bears baseball jersey. Or is it Boars? I'm not sure. It's either Bears or Boars. All I know is it looks really good underneath that little light right there. On the desk, I've actually got a miniature version of my Galaxy Super Yacht. It kind of had an executive feel, so putting it on the desk worked quite well. And then on this little guy right here, I've got another stack of books. You would think if you're in an office, you might be doing some reading or research or whatever the case is. So that's what I've got going on in the office. Now, moving on to the rest of the lounge, this is probably my favorite decoration of the entire bunch. On this wall right here, I've got this Love Fist guitar. I don't know why, but I absolutely love this. I feel like it fits that little pillar perfectly, and it's something a little bit different and unique. So that's the Love Fist guitar. Over on this side right here, I've got this thing called the Golden Watcher. I don't know. It's like this panther that's like sitting on this rock. I found it to be kind of cool, and I didn't really know where else to put it, so that's where we went with right there. Now, after that, I've got this golden bottle of champagne on the bar. I figured that would be the perfect place to put it where the bar is. So that's a golden bottle of champagne. Now, a quick update to this. I actually had to go back and re-record this. I did end up putting a piece of artwork on that wall right there. It's actually the one that you got for free, the one that Rockstar gave away, like the vintage Diamond Casino and Resort. I really like this one. It filled up the space quite nicely. This is one of the thank you gifts that we got. So I'm sure a lot of you guys right now are going to be saying, Mr. Boss, you don't have any photos or you don't have any art or decoration on the wall. Well, in my personal opinion, I didn't want to make my penthouse look super tacky by just throwing up, limitless photos and paintings on the wall. I also wanted them to make sense, which is why you see the golden bottle of champagne near the bar. And in a little bit, it's also why you'll see some other photos and artwork and decorations, for that matter, in certain spots. So moving on, let's go to the media room. On both sides of the big screen TV, I've got this platinum horse and this black one right there. They both looked really good next to the TV, so I decided to include that. And on the back wall, strategically, I have put the movie posters. So I feel like this kind of goes hand in hand. You're watching movies, you've got movie posters going on in the background for Vinewood Zombie, The Curse of Triton, and The Shoulder of Orion 2. So that right there is the movie room. Now, as soon as you step outside of the media room, on this wall right here, I've got this hanging golden set of angel wings. And I really like this. And I put that there specifically for a reason, because a lot of the other spots for this angel wing will impede your view of the outside. And that's another thing I didn't want to do. I didn't want to have any of the artwork sort of blocking my view, because that's honestly one of the best parts of this penthouse. Now, moving on from that, in the bar area too, I've also got this big set of cherries. The reason I put this there is we're in the bar. Maybe you order a drink that has some cherries, and it kind of fits the vibe of the casino, so that's what I went for. The next thing I put was this twerking statue. I think it's called like the Temptation of Agatha or something like that. You'll see why I put that there in a little bit. It makes sense. And then I also really liked this. This is like the golden guns. And I put this here because it, number one, was not in like the middle of the room, but also number two, it was like a floor decoration that also didn't go above the window. So it was great because it didn't block my view. And you can see there, I can still see everyone in the pool and whatnot. So that's what's going on in the bar area. Now, the spa doesn't have anything. There's only like a couple of spots where you can put stuff in the spa, and I didn't really like any of that in particular. So I kept all of that blank. And then we've got the dealer room. Now, the dealer room, I want to put some fun stuff up, but I just haven't found anything that I totally love just yet. So basically, I've just used this little shelf over here as like some leftovers. I wanted to sort of make it sports themed, so I've got the basketball And then I've got this bowling pin and then whatever the heck this little guy is down there. So that right there is all the decorations that I've put up in my penthouse so far. I did want to show off what my place looks like when we've got a party going on. Now, I'm pretty sure that the amount of people that appear at your party all depends on either A, how many chips you have, or B, how many casino story mode missions you've done. I have a handful of people in here, and I feel like that it is a pretty good turnout. Again, getting back to the reason why I have that statue there, it's because like people are for the most part dancing right next to it, and it kind of makes sense to have. So yeah, that's what it looks like when there's a party that happens at my penthouse. It also gets incredibly filthy as well. People start leaving like magazines and laptops all over the place. So yeah, that is the penthouse. Those are all the decorations I've put up so far. Let's move on to the final bit, which is the penthouse garage. So I'm going to do a quick overview of all the vehicles I have. Let's start from left to right. In the first slot, I've got the new sports car, the Vicer Neo. I've sort of put this in like a dark orange with a chrome finish on the top. I absolutely love this sports car. I think it's super unique, like the airplane-esque design. The second car, we've got the brand new Bravado Gauntlet Classic, which I've got in a sort of bright purple color with the white stripes and some cool customization. Slot number 3 belongs to the Truffade Thrax. I did not win this from the Lucky Wheel, so I had to end up purchasing it, and I sort of have it customized in a black and blue design right there. In the middle, we've got the Armored Paragon R, which I actually got for free by hosting all of the casino story missions. We've just got it in all matte black. This Infernus Classic that I've got in the center, this is actually one that I've won by spinning the Lucky Wheel. And by default, it gives you to it in pink, so I didn't change the color. I just made some simple upgrades. There you go. This vehicle is the Anus Paragon R. I've got it in sort of this supreme wrap right here. We've also got the Vapid Caracara 4x4 that I have in white with a simple livery design. From there, we've got the Weenie Issy Sports that I have in a Sprunk livery. I'm pretty sure I have not driven this once since I purchased it and put it in my garage, but oh well. After that, I've got this Need for Speed-esque version of the Obey 8F Drafter. And last but not least, we've got the Jakey's Lager version of the Anis S80RR Supercar, which I have been driving a lot, just probably not as frequently as the Thrax. But anyways, that is what my Master Penthouse looks like in Grand Theft Auto Online, all the customization that I've done so far. I should also note that in my bar area, I do have the retro-looking video game machines. I forgot to include that earlier, but again, you really only have two options there. The modern ones or the retro ones. I thought the retro ones looked fun, so I went with that. And then, of course, the 10 new vehicles that I have in my penthouse garage. As always, though, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what the design of your penthouse looks like and what do you think of mine. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And remember to subscribe if you guys are new or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA 5 casino news, info, videos, and more. And ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.